welcome back to Pilates with Teresa. Please let me know down below if you want videos to be longer. I can now do longer videos, and also if you want intermediate, advanced, beginners classes, please let me know down below and subscribe. Thank you. Right, let's get started. So if you can stand with your feet hip width distance apart, stand as tall as you can. Think of your spine really lengthening your spine, and then pull your shoulders back and down. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. So releasing away any tension, slide the shoulders down, breathing in. And as you breathe out, pull in your transversus abdominis. So connect that center, your TA. Keep it held in gently while you still move your shoulders, while you're breathing into your back and sides. Take another breath in. And as you breathe out, lift up the pelvic floor muscles. So making that connection in your pelvic floor and your TA, keeping your spine in its neutral position. Let's do 3 more shoulder rolls. Breathing in and out and in. Last one. And then reach your arms forwards. Going to do 3 skis. Going to bend the knees and swing the arms. Here we go. Breathing in and out. And again, swing the arms and lift. One more ski. And then bring your arms down. So from here, take your arms out so they're in line with your shoulders. And then I want you to stretch your right leg forward. So lengthen your right leg forwards, point your toes. If you can, see if you can hover that foot off the ground. So pull the belt inside a little bit more. Add movement, bend the knee, take the leg out to the side, to the center, straighten the leg and slide it in. And then change to the other side. So let's try the left side. So noticing which side we've got more balance on. Pull the belt inside of you, hover the leg off the floor. Add movement if you can. If not, just keep it hovering. Bring it out to the side, to the center. Lengthen your leg and slide it in. Let's do 1 more each side, please. So connect inside, pulling the belt to the next couple of notches where we need the balance, and then bending the knee, taking the leg out to the side, to the center, lengthening your leg and slide it back in. So Pilates really helps with balance. So strengthening your center, floating the leg off the ground, bending your knee out to the side, to the center, stretch your leg and slide it in. Well done. Right, release those shoulders, pull them down a couple of times, and I'm going to roll down into the mat now. So if your lower back is still a bit tight, your hamstrings are tight, please bend your knees, otherwise we're going to roll the spine. Down we go. So your head hangs, no tension in your neck, your arms are hanging from your shoulders, and you're starting to come down bone by bone, vertebra by vertebra. So see where your stretch is, and when you can't go any further, think of your tailbone lifting up to the ceiling, and then round and tuck that pelvis under, and then restack your spine, coming back up gently and slowly, not too fast as you come back up. Pull your shoulders down, drop the head. So your head, your neck is relaxed, your arms are hanging, but those abdominals are pulling up and in, pelvic floor TA. Don't bounce at the bottom, never bounce at the bottom, just lift your tailbone to the ceiling, breath in, come back up, stacking your spine, shoulders down. We'll just do 2 more of these. Anytime you want to do some more, you can always do this first thing in the morning. This is a nice stretch. So imagine there's some more space now between the bones, between the vertebra. Breath in, breathe out as you stack. Last one, so coming all the way down. And then when you are down into the floor, into the wherever you can stretch, walk your hands forwards now and stay on your hands for me. Lift your right heel off the floor, so your right knee is coming towards your right arm. And then push that heel down as you switch to the other side. So we're just rocking, changing from one heel to the other, feeling a stretch through the back of our legs. Now keep your upper body very still as you do that. And just 4 more. Breathing in and out. Breath in and out. Last 2. Feel the stretch. Don't force the heel down. See where you can go. Last one. And then bend your knees. Come onto the mat. And sit back for a moment in the child's pose. So starting off with strength movement, bring your legs around to the front and into our legs. Take yourself down into the floor if you can, so if you can roll down slowly and gently. If you can't get down slowly, then drop your knees to the side. Drop the side, come onto your backs. Now when you're on your backs, I just want you to check your spine is in neutral, so your pelvis is in neutral, and then float your right leg off the floor with your knee bent. Lift your head and chest, and then stretch that leg forward. So we will say this is our level 1. Bend that knee back in, place the foot back down, other side. So we're stretching the single leg, bend the knee back in, place the foot back down. If this feels too much for you to take your leg off the ground, then you're going to give me a heel slide, sliding the leg and in. Those of you who want even more challenge now, can you take both legs off the ground? Shins are parallel to the ceiling. Your right thigh, bring that right thigh a bit closer in towards your chest, and let's take our left hand on top of that knee. And your right hand traces down towards your ankle. The left leg, stretch that left leg now. And then you're going to switch. And as you pull your leg in, feel the lovely stretch at the front of your thigh. If this is too much for you, modify, go back with one leg up, or just do the heel slide. Now, if you've got both legs off the floor at the moment, can you breathe in for 2? And breathe out for 2. Lengthen your legs, stretch. Pilates, we talk about creating longer, leaner limbs, so lengthen away. Make sure that your back isn't moving in that lower back. Try and do 4 more if you can. If that's straining your neck, please put your head down. Always listen to your body. Last 2 and 1. And then rest. Hug your knees in, let your head lower. Put your feet back down onto the floor and gently rock side to side, up and down, imprinting and arching. Okay, well done. So we're going to do our shoulder bridge now with a leg lift. You can do it without the leg lift. If your knees are okay, I'd like you to bring your heels a bit closer to your sit bones and have your arms resting at your sides. Check that your spine is in neutral, so you're not jamming your spine into the mat. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, I want you to imprint the lower back and then start to lift the bones off of your back one at a time until you lift right the way up into a ski slope. Now here, see if you can lift your right heel off the floor without dropping your hips. If you can, take the whole foot off the floor and then straighten that leg. So you don't want to drop your hips down. With the leg straight, lift it up to the ceiling and then point your toes, let it lower down. So we're going to lift up, breathe in, breath out. Bend the knee, place the foot down, heel down, try the other side. So the hips are up, they don't drop. You lift the heel off the floor, the whole foot off the floor, you straighten the leg. You lift that leg up to the ceiling, you lower it down. So we'll breathe in, and then we'll breathe out. Bend the knee, put your toes down, heel down, and then slowly down into the mat, gently, feeling the bones dropping down one at a time until you come all the way down into your tailbone, back into neutral. Continue. Now if you feel that was too much to do the leg lift, you can leave it out and just do your normal bridge up and down. So connecting deep inside, pelvic floor TA. Option to see if we can lift the whole leg and stretch it up to the ceiling and lower down. So you do 2 of these, lifting up and down. You bend the knee, you place your toes down, heel down, and you change to the side. Without dropping your hips, lift the heel, the foot, lengthen your leg, stretch it up to the ceiling, lower it down. Keep those shoulders down, pelvic floor lifted. Bend your knee, place your foot down, heel down, and then gently down into the ground. So we're working the back of your legs a little bit more when you're standing on one leg, so you just feel that a bit more. Throughout the movement, still deep connection through your pelvic floor and TA. As you articulate your spine, we'll do 1 more each leg if you're doing the leg lift. So continue connecting inside, lifting the leg, stretching it up to the ceiling. Keep it straight as you lower it. Keep it straight as you lift it. Keep it straight as you lower, and then bend the knee. Place your toes down, heel down. Hips are lifted. Extend the other leg. Straight leg up to the ceiling. Lower down. We're going to breathe in as we lift. Breathe out as you lower. Bend the knee. Toes down, heel down. And then gently down into the floor, bone by bone. So articulate your spine down slowly until you feel your tailbone. And then when you can feel it, hug your knees in towards you. Just give yourself a nice little massage, gently rolling side to side. Okay, so from here, put your feet back down onto the floor. Drop your knees and your whole body onto one side. So lying down facing me, if you can. And extend your bottom arm. If you need support for your neck, you can always fold your arm or put a cushion there. And look down and make sure you can see your feet when you look down. So if you were standing, you'd be standing tall, and we're going to point our toes. Your waist that's in the floor, pull it up and away from the mat, or that feeling there's some space underneath you. Hand on the floor, take a breath in. As you breathe out, pull in the belt, float both legs off the ground now. So we're in a balanced state. Top leg only, kick it forwards as you breathe out, breathe in to return. Let's just return it to the bottom leg. So we're going to breathe out as we kick out and in to return. Now if you want to challenge your balance, pull the belt in a bit more, take your hand off the floor onto your top thigh, or even make it a fingertip, or take your arm over the top of your head. Next option, you're going to come up onto your elbow, so you've got a big gap underneath you, waist is lifted as you kick forwards and return. And then that final level, other hand to the other ear. And I want you to breathe out as you kick out and in to return. Trying your best to stabilise your upper body. So wherever you are, whether you're on your hand on the floor or you've got your hand on the side, try and do another 4 more, concentrate. Breath out and in, lift that waist. Last 2 and in. 1 more kick and then keep your legs together. Hold them still. And now that you're not moving your legs, you might be able to move your hand position. So if it's on the floor, maybe 1 finger, or on your top thigh, or over your head, or maybe now you're going to come up onto your elbow. Can I keep my upper body still? Last 2 deep breaths, breathing in and out. Keep pulling in your transversus, breath in and out, and rest. Bend your knees in at the side. Put your hands on the floor, and then from here, just push yourself up. So we're transitioning, and we're going to go round, so back to seated, into leg pull supine. So leg pull supine, take your hands behind your sit bones and bend your elbows and pitch yourself back. You've got 3 options here. Legs are together, tailbone is down, take a breath in. And as you breathe out, I want you to now straighten your arms as you lift your hips. Keep your neck in line with the spine, take a breath in. And then breathe out, float down, don't collapse down. From here, lengthen and stretch your legs. Reach up to the ceiling and stretch up and over. So stretch the back of your legs as well as your lower back. Tuck your tailbone under. Restack your spine. Hands go behind your back. Now if you've got wrist issues, take your hands out for me, okay? And then from here, if you want to add on a bit more, connecting inside, breath in. And I'm going to breathe out as we lift up. So leg pull supine. Take a deep breath in at the top, keep pulling in your belt. And then breath out, you float down. Bend those elbows and then reach up to the ceiling, stretch the spine forwards, breath out. Lower your head, pull your shoulders down, stack the spine. Don't shoot up too quickly. Hands go behind you. Now, if your knees are okay, you'll try level 3. So take a breath in. And as you breathe out, lifting up. So a nice long line from your toes all the way to the top of your head. Then you're going to lift 1 leg off the ground and lower. Lift the other leg. Breath out and in. Slowly down. Into the stretch. Reaching up and over. Let's do 3 more. So I'll go through all the levels again, 3 more. Again, find that level that's working for you. Option 1, you had your knees bent, elbows bent. And then when you lift up, you straighten the arms, connecting inside, breath in. Breathe out, floating down into the stretch, up and stretching forwards. Stacking the spine. Level 2 with the straight legs without the leg lift. So you're leaning back, connecting inside. Breath out, feeling a stretch through the back of your legs. Take a breath in, breathe out, floating down. We'll try not to collapse down, come down slowly and gracefully. So Pilates is fluid, flowing movement. And then stacking the spine. Your last one, so last leg pull supine. Option to lift your legs if your knees are good. So pitching back, lifting up, lift 1 leg, breath out and in, other side, breath out and in. And then gently down, reaching up, and then stretching your spine forwards and restacking. So from here, take your legs behind you, so take your legs behind, and we're going to come all the way down onto our front now. So we're now in a prone position, lying down on your front. 3 levels for swimming prone. Option 1, just rest your head in your hands, But underneath your abdominals, imagine there's lots of ripe strawberries. So you've got to feel that sense of space there. Your tailbone, make sure you're not tucking it up, drop it down, okay? Now, option 1, stretch your leg away, your right leg, lift it slightly, but not too high that the hip, that side comes off, and float it down, other side. So I want you to feel like you're stretching and lengthening the leg, breath out, and then float it back in. So you're changing from your right to your left. Bring both of your arms out in front of you now, see if you can do this, pull your shoulders down. Space underneath you, float your right arm up as you stretch that left leg away, float it back in, other side. So it's opposite arm to leg, working the back slings of the body, keeping that hollowing underneath you. If you want a little bit more, take both legs off, take both arms off, lift up a bit higher, opposite arm to leg, breathing in for 2, out for 2, protecting your lower back all the time while you've got those deep abdominals connected. So I'm trying not to rock too much. Now if you're doing levels 1 and 2, try and do another 2 more each side. If you're going faster, let's do 4 more. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in and out. Last 2, breath in and out and in and rest. Rest it down. Well done. So from here, roll over onto the other side. So just transition yourself so that you're lying down now on the other side of your body. And when you look down, you can see your feet, and you make sure that your hips are stacked, so one on top of the other, that your shoulders are stacked but down your back. Fold your arm if you need support for your neck, otherwise extend that arm out. Hand on the floor, not sure what balance is like on this side. And then when you're ready, take a full breath in. And as you breathe out, pull that belt inside of you. See if you can take both legs off the floor without rocking back. So both legs off the ground. Top leg only, kick it forwards and return. Pull the belt into the next notch and see if you can take your leg, so you're kicking forwards, but your hand goes onto your top leg. Breath out and in. Maybe you're going to come up onto your elbow, so you're kicking out and in. You can also be down and have your arm over your head, kicking. If your hand's on the floor, take that pressure off. Make sure you're not digging into the mat, that your knuckles aren't going wide. Just make it a fingertip. Final option, if you're on your elbow, see if you can bring your other hand to the other ear as you kick out and in. Keep breathing. Breathe out and in. Keep that waist lifted. 4 more on this side, so 4 more. So the timing of the movement is coming from your breathing. How slow, how fast you do it. So it's not too fast with this. Last 2 and in. 1 more and back. Hold it there, wherever you are holding, try and move your hand position. So if it's on the floor, 1 finger, or put it on your top thigh, or take it over your head. If you're on your elbow now, lift up a bit higher through that waist, so it takes the pressure off your thigh. Other hand to the other ear, hold it steady, hold it still. 1 more breath in, and out, keep pulling in the belt, even as you breathe out, and relax, well done. Notice which side you had more balance on. So from here now, what I want us to do is we're going to push ourselves up, come all the way up, and then take your legs round. We're going to lower down into the floor now. So take yourself slowly down into the ground. If you can do your roll up, remember I said if that's too much to roll down, just drop your knees to the side. And then from here, roll all the way onto your backs. So we're going to do our double leg lowers now. Double leg lowers, really be aware of how your back is feeling with this one. Both legs are off the floor, your shins are parallel to the ceiling, legs are together. You've connected your transversus abdominis. Some of you, when you bring both legs off the floor, you can't be in neutral, you're going to be in a bit more of an imprint. Okay, take a breath in, and as you breathe out, let your thighs go away from you. Your toes are going down towards the floor as if you're drawing an arc with your toes. You're going to where you can without losing control of that centre, without arching your lower back. Take a breath in, and then breathe out, bring those legs back. So the thighs are going away from you, you're breathing out. You'll take a breath in when you know you can't go any further, and then you'll breathe out, bring the legs back up. So see if you can do it with straight legs. So a little bit more loading onto your lower back with straight legs. Put your heels together, get those inner thighs to connect as well. Take a full breath in, and then breathing out as you lower. Find where you can go without your lower back lifting. Take a breath in and breathe out, lift back up. Imagine a bowl of water on your front, so as you lower your legs, that bowl of water is not spinning, it's staying level, it's staying still. Breath in and breathe out, lift those legs back up. So go back to knees bent if you need, modify it, just do a small range of movement. Just find where you can go, controlling the movement, keeping that centre connected and breathing. So make sure you're not holding your breath as you breathe out and the thighs are going away from you. Take a full breath in, breathe out as the thighs come back. Last two. So straight legs, head is down, lowering the legs. Take a breath in, shoulders relaxed and lifting up. Make sure you're not flaring your ribs as well as those legs lower. So breathing out, take a breath in, breathe out, bring up. Hug your knees in towards you and just gently rock from side to side. Okay, well done. So from here, place your feet back on the floor, drop your knees and your upper body over and roll over onto your front again. So we need to work into the lower back, really strengthening our lower back. We're going to go into the dart. Take your hands behind you and have your palms facing upwards. Turn your head to the sides, just resting your cheek on the mat. And again, under your abdominals, imagine those ripe strawberries resting underneath you. Tuck that tailbone down. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, pull in the belt inside, transverses. And then turn your head, pull your shoulders down, stretch your spine. Float that leg back in. Turn your head the other side. So connecting your centre, take a breath in. And as you breathe out, stretching your arms, lengthening your neck, put your shoulders back and down, hollowing underneath you still, and then float back in. Let's change the breathing pattern. So as we lift up, we're going to breathe in. So we're going to breathe in and stretch the spine, and then we're going to breathe out, float down. See if you can lift your legs. So as you lift up your upper body, see if you can also take your legs off the floor and really stretch. Now you've got your hands and your arms and I'm stretching you. Pull those shoulders back and down and then float back in. So we're going to breathe in as we stretch. Keep your neck in line with the spine. Keep looking down at your mat. And breath out as you float down. Last two. So extend and stretch. Shoulders back and down. Good one for posture. And then float back in. Last one, breathe in and out and rest. Push up onto your hands and knees. So from here, we're going to go into our moving cat. So the moving cat, what I want you to do now is arch your back. So look towards your navel, tuck your tailbone under, sit back into your heels, drop your forearms down. Go along the mat, start looking up the wall to where it meets the ceiling. And then drop your head, tuck your tailbone under and continue. Going a little bit quicker, breathing in and out. So natural breathing, glide your shoulders down, going along the mat as you lift your head and tailbone, rounding, tucking under. So remember, even though we're cats, we're not pregnant cats, we're still connecting and pulling up and in. Let's do 3 more. This is a nice release. So that articulation, that flexion, extension in your spine, connecting the centre throughout, arching up and rest. Bring your legs round to the front and then we're going to slowly go down into the floor, just thinking about now a bit of relaxation. So I'd like you to take yourself all the way down into the floor and take your arms over your head. So lengthen your arms, lengthen your legs, going into a full body stretch. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, bring your arms round and down and close your eyes. And just notice how your body's feeling. It feels better for you and your back to have your knees bent and be there. But have your palms facing upwards, and as you relax, your fingers gently curl in. Take a deep breath in, feel your lungs, feel your chest rising. Slow and relaxing breath out. Feel the back of your head sinking. All the muscles in your face relaxing. And Let it continue down your neck, sliding down your shoulders, flowing through your arms, out through your fingertips. Let it continue down the sides of your body and into your back. Feel that warmth in your lower back. Soften your thighs and let it flow down your legs and out through your toes. Another deep breath in. Slow, relaxing breath out. And roll your head now over to your right side. Keep your shoulders down. Roll your head back. Let it roll the other side. Roll your head back. When you're ready, start moving your fingers, mobilizing your toes. Start to circle your hands round, start to circle your feet round. Get that movement in your wrists and your ankles. Change direction, let them go the other way round. Circling the other way. And then release, relax. Bring your arms closer to your sides, turn your palms down. Bend your knees, feet touching the ground. And then rock your pelvis up and down, imprinting and arching. Come back to your natural curve that you've got in your lower back. And with your feet and knees together, gently drop both of your knees over to your right side. Upper body to the left, turn your head and arms away from you. Just hold that stretch. Breathe in. And out. Your top leg. See if you could stretch your top leg, lengthen your top leg. Keep your thighs together as you lengthen that leg away. Getting a bit more of a stretch across your outer thigh. It's going into your lower back, your chest, your waist. Bend the knee back in when you're ready and then roll back into the floor. Take your legs the other side of you, upper body change, so your head and arms have turned away from your legs. And on this side, see if you can stretch that top leg. Keep your thighs touching if you can, and hold the stretch. And breathe in, and out. Bend your knee back in. Bring your arms onto the same side that you're resting your legs. If you haven't opened your eyes, start opening your eyes. Put your hand on the floor and push yourselves up gently. Okay, so from your side, turn onto all fours, and then from here, walk your hands back towards your knees. Tuck your toes underneath you, and then gently stack the spine. So let's come up gently and slowly. Keep that connection through your center, your pelvic floor, your TA. And as you come back up, standing tall, pull your shoulders down. Arms forwards. Let's finishing off completely awakening with 3 skis. Gentle skis. Here we go. Breathing in and out. And again, breathing in and out. One more ski. Breathing in and out. Feet apart. Cross your hands in front of you. Take a breath in. Let's go down and then reach up and stretch. Last one. Cross your hands, getting ready for the rest of the day, rest of the evening. Down you go and lift. Bring your arms shoulder height. Give yourselves a clap. Well done, everybody. Thank you for joining. And don't forget to subscribe down below. Any questions or comments, let me know as well. And I hope to see you very, very soon. Thank you.